Hello, Sean. Nice to meet you.
Hey, Alex, nice to meet you too. How are you?
Oh, perfect. I wanted to ask you about what can we expect about NCIS's new season.
As far as what to expect for the new season, I'm one of the actors, so they only share so much with us. But we definitely have some pretty interesting stuff going on. I mean, we're only a couple episodes in, and what we've shot so far, and what we have, what I know the plan is, as we're going here is pretty interesting. I mean, there's definitely a lot of good stuff. It kind of starts off at such a great level. There's not. It's hard to tease. It's hard to tease because there's a lot going on. You know what I mean? I know that's not much of a response, but I don't quite know how else to respond to that.
It's better to keep the surprises so the people don't know it too soon.
Right. No, but I'll tell you one thing for sure. I mean, it's we're going to shake things up. I mean, we got some really pretty cool things going on, and longtime fans of the show, especially, are really gonna get a kick out of what's going on. People that have been with the characters for so long.
For me, it's really, really interesting, and it's amazing that NCIS has been on air for almost 20 years, and it keeps getting relevant. So how do you think that the show has achieved that almost 20 years after its original release?
Yeah, it's unheard of, kind of, a show going that long. You know, uh, as far as how we've done it, or how how that's come to be, it's really, I mean, I think it's a lot of happy accidents. At the same time, as you go, you do the best you can. You put all your work into it. You make it as good as you can. As far as other people coming into that, liking it, enjoying it, going with you, you never know when that's going to happen or when that's going to click. And when it does, it's fantastic. And I think some of it is we learned, or we kind of learned our strengths as we went, especially in the early part of the show. Like, a lot of shows in the first year or two are very much figuring out still what they are, and the strengths and the weaknesses, and we had kind of found early on that character wise, we were a little more focused on the character stuff than the actual procedural or the case of it. And the more we went, we kind of realized that's where we think the strength of the show was. And we obviously, always have our cases going on, but it's almost kind of secondary to, you ask people about the episodes and they'll say, oh, I loved when Torres had the aside to McGee about the thing. And then you ask them what the case was. They're like, I have no idea. So, but then there are people that totally follow the case and are into that too, which is good. But I mean, yeah, I think you got to have it. I think you got to have both. So.
Yeah, and you are talking about character development. So how
Yeah.
do you stay, I don't know, motivated or stimulated by the show after all these years?
Right. No, there's a lot. I get asked that a couple times. I get asked that often, and it would. It's funny. When I think about it, when I look at it from kind of an outside point of view, it seems like, wow, almost 2 decades playing a character is nuts. And as an actor, you never get to have that kind of experience, especially on a television show that's running. I mean, that's nuts. So what's great about it is, and I think what goes towards keeping it fun and fresh is, we're very conscious about evolution of the characters and evolving the characters, and not just doing the same thing every week.
Yeah.
So that's really important to us. And my character started as a rookie agent, and we've seen him grow into the senior field agent in the office, and change a lot, evolve a lot, and learn a lot. And I think the fact that I've been able, that McGee's been able to do that and grow has, kind of paralleled with me growing on this show, and the show growing, and it's kept it interesting. It's never been dull, because we're always pushing to make it. Besides pushing it, I mean, if you're not trying to make it better, if you're just showing up and doing the thing, it's like I would be bored to death. I would have been out of there years ago, but we got a special thing, and we kind of know it, and we love it, and we'll do it for as long as they'll let us.
What would you like to see in the future of the show? Do you see a finish line, or has it become like something bigger than life?
It's funny, the world of NCIS, and I think it's definitely become its own world, especially 18 years in. It's strange. I mean, you can say, you see a finish to it, or if someone sees a finish to it, but I'm not sure. I think that world is always there, and I think, it's ever changing. I mean, we've had that from the get-go. We've had characters come in and come out, and changes as we've gone. So, I mean, I think as long as they'll continue to let us show it, and keep us on air, I think we'll keep delivering from the world of NCIS. So, I don't know. I don't really see why it should end, or what I mean. I kind of just go by, I don't mean to sound like Gibbs, but I go by my gut a little bit, and it doesn't feel like we're done. So,
one of the special events that we can expect on this season is the 400th episode.
Yeah, we have the 400 airing.
So what can we expect? What's in store for that episode?
Well, yeah, 400 is going to be cool because besides it just being a flat out good episode, I've seen it, and it being very entertaining for everyone. But again, this is we like to sort of reward in ways our long-term fans, and oh geez, forgive me. What was the original question? I do this sometimes.
Yeah, I mean, what's in a store for the?
Oh yeah, for 400.
Oh
yeah, 400. We get to see Gibbs meet Ducky for the first time in 400. Back, when they were younger, and Gibbs first joining the NCIS, which I believe is NIS at that point. At that time, it's the agency's called NIS. But yeah, we get to see Gibbs meet Ducky and see how that friendship comes to be, and it's great. We've got I mean, they're young, so we've got two actors, Sean Harmon and I think Adam Campbell is his name, I believe, playing young Dougie. They're fantastic, and they've both been on the show before playing the young version of those characters. So, we kind of just seeing the script and kind of were able to visualize what that was going to be, and it's pretty cool. It's neat because it's one of those things where you go, oh yeah, like never even considered that. So, we get to kind of play on that. So for people that are really into the characters, I think especially are going to get a kick out of that one.
How is it to see like your younger version, even if it's played by another actor,
right,
of a character that you have been playing for a long time?
Yeah. No, I mean that's got to be an interesting thing when you get an actor to play yourself as many years younger. Or I remember Rocky. Rocky Caro plays Director Vance, had an episode where he played. There were kind of flashbacks where he was many years younger, and he did it himself. And they kind of physically did some stuff, altered the appearance a little bit, and as well as what he did physically as an actor. And boy, did he pull it off! It was good. But it's always interesting to see the young version of of our characters and see how that's going to be.
My last question. I wanted to ask you that all the industry has been impacted by the coronavirus. So right. I wanted to know how was the shooting of the new season, and how has COVID impacted, in particular, the NCIS shooting? Right.
Well, the COVID situation is definitely affected the way we go about the execution of our work and doing what we got to do. I mean, we got a couple hundred people that are together on a stage working together all at the same time. So you've got to really be careful about, I mean, those protocols are there and in place for a reason, these safety protocols. And, everyone's wearing masks now, and there's certain zones that people have to stay in and waiting areas but I'll tell you, at first it was a little like, oh my gosh, is this, we're looking at each other in mass thinking like, oh, how are we going to do this? But we actually got used to it pretty quickly, and we found our rhythm again pretty quickly, even with all the gear on. So once that kind of became secondary, it was fine. And we've been able to jump back in and do just fine, I think. I mean, it definitely hasn't, in my opinion, affected the quality of the work or the scripts or anything. We're not, writing everything in one room to make it easier to shoot or anything crazy like that. We're still able to deliver our thing, which is nice. And it's also a testament to our guys, our crew, everyone, because, no one's politicizing anything or making a deal about it. It's about us, we're a family, all of us. And it's about us getting together, getting to do our work, taking care of each other, making sure each other's safe, having our little work bubble, and then, being safe at home. And I mean, as far as the testing and everything, we're very diligent about all that. And I actually think, because I know it differs from set to set sometimes, and we're definitely one of the better ones out there in terms of that stuff. Not to take away from anyone else, or not to say that anyone else is not doing their thing, but we've gotten very good at it. We're proud of it.
And you have all the experience that a TV show can have after all these years. And
right.
so thank you so much, Son.
Oh yeah,
it was really nice talking to you, and I hope everything goes well there in the US.
Thank you so much. Me too.